Hey everybody, welcome. Slycem here with SlycemGaming, and we are going live. Again, guys, thanks so much for everybody coming out and checking in with us. Excited to be here. We're going to be doing a special stream tonight. Um, we've got a special guest coming on. Going to be GraphiksInk. We appreciated him last time he was here. He took care of us. So we want to bring him in. We want to talk about a couple different things. We want to talk about the 6-star champions coming on. Where do things tend to go? I love how I log in and I look at this, and the first thing I see is go now, scientific method for a tech champ. There's nothing better than the scientific method for a tech champ. Talk about driving me crazy. Gee whiz. Veritas saying good evening, Slycem. What's up, Veritas? What's up, Marcus, Mac? Fuzzy Rock says hello. Welcome, Fuzzy. Kylo, welcome. By the way, guys, I don't know what happened. But so I went to jump on today, and right before all this, all of a sudden I look, and we've got over 1,000 subscribers. I don't know where they came from. Last I checked, I was at 950. We were sitting at 950 last night at about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I logged in, and all of a sudden, bada bing, it's 1,000 and some odd subscribers. We blew up out of nowhere. So it was crazy. I don't know what happened, but all right, guys. So with that being said, let's get ready to talk about a couple different things here. Camaro saying, Slice, you know what Iron Man's cutoff is? We don't know for sure, but we think it's going to be low. What's up, Har 8? Good seeing you. Hair 8, maybe. Har. I don't know. Doc, what's up? Welcome back. Hey, there's Clay Wiki. And I said hey to Veritas and Legendary Gamers, so. All right. Legendary says Slycem. It shows 953 for me. I don't know. Hit refresh. Like, it took me a couple times to figure it out. Carlos says, I told my grandma and all of her friends to sub to you, Slycem. You're welcome. Last night I did say people should get on the rooftop and just shout SlycemGaming. Maybe that's what. And maybe that's what did it. I don't know. Hopefully nobody's in the slammer for shouting about it. But hey, we greatly appreciate it. All right. And again, let me just confirm, make sure everything is set, ready to go here. Again, we are going to be bringing in a special guest. That's going to be GraphiksInk. So give me 1 second. So again, we're just going to kind of be playing in the background. There's nothing really special going on right now. The big thing is, of course, Legendary Gamer says, SlycemGaming, maybe you broke YouTube so fast it glitched, you became too popular. If that was the case, I'd be pretty cool. I'd be okay with that. Max saying, I did refresh 3 times, still showing 953, bro. Let me... So one browser says 950. I hit dashboard. I'm at 1,186. Who knows? Maybe YouTube glitched out here. All right, and GraphiksInk is close to being able to come on. He is finishing up against Maestro, so in the meantime, we're going to be hanging out, taking care of business. Still a lot of stuff to be done. A lot of things happening, so 1 hour. Can I put up 200,000 in an hour? I think I can. I'm pretty sure I can. I think I can. Let's get here. Doom. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see here. Heart 8 says, in live count it shows 1,186 subs. Great. What's up, King? Yeah, Max says, yo, 1.1K. Yeah, Adam Marco says 1,000 subs. Spider-Man suit, LOL. Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I wish I could say it was something that we did, but I'm not really sure. So the cool thing is Super Chat should be active now as well. You guys are welcome to use that. We still have the PayPal as well. So either way works. I've never messed with Super Chat, so this is all a whole new learning curve, I guess you could say, for me. So with that being said, it should be active where anything you guys do should pop up on the screen as well. So welcome, welcome. Hey, what's up, Ellis? Good seeing you, buddy. Order 66 with that straight face. He's got that mad, angry straight face, so I have no idea. Nicole, I heard Plenty put 4.2 didn't get the hood. If 4.2 didn't get hood in round 2, then holy smokies. I have no idea why. Smokeman says it was streaming while broken. King says Super Chat is not enabled. Alright, King, I'll check it out here in a second. Oh, hold on. Maybe I was supposed to fill this out. Whoops. I guess I probably should have read all this. Whoopsies. Not really sure what I'm doing, but we'll figure this out. Okay. Apparently Super Chat should now be active. Again, sorry about that. Let's see here. So it should be active now. And we got last Spartan saying, is my sick new logo showing? No, I don't see it yet, Spartan. Alright. Legendary Gamer saying, SlycemGaming, I went on my rooftop and yelled, the cop's not called yet. Well, that's good. Woo. I was getting nervous about that. Excuse me. The lovely weather has got my head messed up a little bit. Don't proc, good deal. Oh, I forgot, she's not duped. I don't have to worry about limbo. Whoops. Alright, guys, I'm going to be watching chat here in all of like 3 seconds. But I do want to kill this magic first. And you all know how I like to block with my face, so. Uh-oh. King Kush said he wanted to be first. There it is. Let's see if it pops up the way it's supposed to. Oh, baby. King, first on the board. Looky there. I'll have to update my top donations here. Look at him. Let me get this updated. Oops. Alright, man, there you go. Looky there. First one. Thank you, King. We appreciate it. AZ Real says, oh, nice. 1K plus. Grats, man. Yeah. What's up, Pedro? Good seeing you. Hey, Slice. Nice. Hit the 1K mark. Yeah. King says, I want my top spot back. There you go. You are number 1 currently, King. Alright. We got 43 people here, and again, it's crazy. I can't, I still don't know where all the subs came from. I'm going to have to go back and look at the analytics, see when they came in, what happened. I have no idea. So to say I'm surprised is really an understatement. I am super grateful to everybody that's helped us out along the way. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I did not expect that logging in today. Q-Line, I'll never forget anybody. again, everybody has made this possible. So yeah, it's freaking awesome. So thank you all so much. Legendary Gamers saying at SlycemGaming, you and Invincible and all the YouTube MCOC YouTuber inspired me to do YouTube. I reached 104 subs today. Hope it makes you happy. It's cool to inspire people. Absolutely. Veritas saying Price is Right. Him Spartan. Q Lion saying don't forget the people that were here before 1K. Everybody is part of 1K. That's the thing, guys. So Bill saying, hey, you got 200 subs. Yeah, out of nowhere. I got a ton of subs. I have no idea where from. So Alex42 on so early, bro. Yeah, we got a special stream today. GraphiksInk is finishing up his LOL run. He's on Maestro right now. So as soon as he's done with that, he's going to be joining us on the call. Hey, 6Z saying, peace, Slycem. Hope you have a great stream. Hey, thanks for stopping in and checking in on us, man. Pedro says, when do the weekly donations end? I run my week till Sunday. So on Sunday, before I go live, we'll go over the week's top donations. We'll clear the board and start fresh. So, Bill saying you deserve it, man. Dude, I appreciate that, brother. Thanks. Raven Knight, I remember when you had under 100 subs, now over 1K. Our little Slycem is becoming a big boy. Well, Raven Knight, I appreciate that. Quick Shot saying I pronounce Maestro weird. Yeah, I pronounce a lot of things weird. That's just part of being a guy from the sticks that like doesn't know really how it's pronounced. So I make up my own pronunciation, and if anybody makes fun of it, I'm like, what? That's the way it is, right? Or then I play it off like I knew the whole time. No, I knew that. I was just, checking you. Legendary says, I gotta go. Make a video. I'll come back. Hey, come on back when you can. Bill, how many times did you run the Quest 1-1? Which Quest 1-1? So far, I've been right here. Actually, today's been a fairly busy day. My day off never fails to not be busy. So, I seen Graphics over here poking fun at me. I gotta go check out and see what he said. Graphics goes, oh man, you got a Red Sox hat on. Yes I do. It's really weird. Grew up a Cardinals fan. Was a big Cardinals fan for a long time. I had a buddy that was a Yankees fan, and I had to have a team to root against him. There was no good teams in the AL that I liked, and so of course it was Boston, just because every time Boston beat New York, it was like the perfect salt in the wounds. And then later on, they grew on me. They had Manny Ramirez, Johnny Damon, and they had that whole crazy crew, Big Papi. During that time span, I was just like, these guys are crazy. And Johnny Damon was my favorite. And I think I may have cried the day he left the Red Sox and went to the Yankees, cut off all that gorgeous long hair of his, got rid of the beard. And at that point, it was kind of like sad times, It was sad. Alex42, people are saying there is a glitch and you can get master rewards for completing something. Yes, there is a glitch within the game. I think Kabam has announced it. They know about it and they are working to get it taken care of as quickly as possible. So, so I'm assuming Graphics must be listening. He may not be able to take the call just yet, but he's definitely hanging out. He's lurking. He's listening as he's attempting to kill his Mastro, whatever you'd like to call him, the final boss inside LOL. He's doing work. So let's hope he can take care of business, and we're going to be seeing him here before too long. So I really need to just win 2 of these. You know what? I think I can still win 2 this way. Let's see what happens. Yep, Graphics is definitely lurking. I got a Cardinals, even worse. Yak, go Astros. So, yeah, the Astros used to be big competition, man. I can remember back when they had the 3 Bs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, and oh my gosh, who was it? Bagwell, Biggio, and oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Oh shoot, totally wasn't paying attention. This is gonna drive me crazy. I know you're listening, Graphics. Who was the third B in that? Biggio, Bagwell. It was a big hitter. There was their 2, 3, 4, or their 3, 4, 5 hitters. They were super stout. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm forgetting. They were phenomenal. Thanks for the sub. I missed who that was. Oh, I got to poop. There it is. Interesting name to say the least. King says, I was sad when Damian left the A's and went to Boston. Yeah, I was happy when he came. I didn't really remember it. It was really weird. I wasn't really a huge fan. They just kind of grew on me. King is saying it's Maestro. Bell. That's right. Bell. Okay, so it was Bagwell, Biggio, and Bell. All three monstrous hitters. No, it wasn't Bonds. So, hey, what's up, Bulldog? Bulldog saying Shy Sox forever. Yeah. Yeah, they had Caminetti. Yeah, they were loaded. That team was so good. The only thing I can really remember, and maybe Graphics can help me out here, I want to say the Cardinals played them in the playoffs. They were losing, and I want to say that's when Pujols smashed one out in their new park, out to that train track or whatever, to push them through and claim the series, if I remember right. Heck of a game, though. And again, guys, I'm trying to watch the chat and fight. I am trying to finish up my T4 basic here real quick. Graphics is informing that I believe he's saying that they're not nearly as stacked as they are now. I know this. They are super good right now. One of the best teams in baseball. The Astros have had a massive good run. So Pedro's saying, go Red Sox. Amen to that. I like where your head's at. All right, and again, sorry, I'm having to be very patient here. I'm fighting a little bit of an uphill battle. Stupid limbo. Ah, crap. That's what I get for not paying attention now. Come on. Limbo again. Get her. There we go. Woo. All right. Pedro saying, I've been a Red Sox fan for over 20 years. Yeah, that's awesome. Crusader got a 5-star Doc Ock. Congrats, Crusader. That's awesome, man. Let's see. And you guys, I'm going back up. Anthony says, is Graphics going on call? If so, I can't wait. Got questions for that guy. Well, you're going to get to ask him because, again, we're going to be bringing GraphiksInk in with us. We're going to get a chance to see him and talk to him about the joys of the 6-star champions, how he feels about them, what they mean to players that have those loaded up accounts. Because I can tell you, you look at his account, you look at some of these guys that he has, and you realize this guy's not playing around. Right now he's working on finishing his LOL run, and it ain't his first, obviously. I want to say that it might 100% him. I'm not real sure. I know he had a couple paths left last I checked. God, I can't talk. Chatted with him. So this could be 100. I'm not sure. And he's in that lovely Maestro, whatever. King already corrected me once, and I'm still gonna mess it up. So. Alex says, how about what he does for a living, since he is a legendary well in MCOC history? You know, it doesn't really matter, does it? I mean, you got to change professions? Not real sure, but if he wants to share, I guess that's up to him. I know he does a lot of stuff with cars, and the car business is a fun business. I absolutely love it. It can definitely be very exciting, to say the least. I've been in the car business going on roughly 10 years, and I can tell you, if you're good at the business, it's very rewarding. So, Alex42 says, so many donations, bro, is lit. Yeah, he takes care, guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Bulldogger not saying Maestro equals Maestro. I kind of like Maestro though. And there's an A in there. There should be an A. Adam Marco at SlycemGaming, not using special attacks when your opponent is almost dead is unacceptable. You can call him Grandpa Hulk for short. There you go. Okay, I'm 100k away, 100k away from finishing this basic run up. Alex42 saying I never liked baseball, so I can't join this combo. Hey, that's fair enough. Don't worry, we got you. We're gonna be talking about a lot of different stuff. Carlos saying I got a 4-star Gwyn pool. That's a super nice pool, man. That's definitely something you're gonna enjoy having on your roster. There's no doubt about that. Mad JJ, if you're good in something, it's usually rewarding. I don't disagree with you. Tends to be the joys of almost any job for the most part. Saying it's a real freaking word. That's correct. It is. I'm aware. I guess I should really stay up at the top here and play with my top champions, so I don't have to restart this in this last hour. Hey, what's up, Jen? Good seeing you. And again, guys, I want to say thanks to everybody that showed up, helped out, and again, we pushed over 1,000 subscribers. When, where, how, we don't know, but we do know it happened, so it's kind of cool. Quick shot saying I pulled Voodoo from a 4-star just now, 550, level 99, now a prestige beast. Yes, yes, he is. Carlos saying it also helps when you love what you do. That is also true. Legendary Gamer says, SlycemGaming, I'm back. Like I said, I'd be, had to go upload the video. So glad it got uploaded, brother. Best of luck on it. Tobias saying congrats. Yeah, Bulldog. Bulldog finally pulled a 4-star Archangel. Yay for Bulldog. Last Spartan saying, and I got it. What did you get there, Spartan? Anytime somebody says, and I got it, well, what did you get? That kind of scares me. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, so. Are you saying you got the top spot back? Did you get a cool champion? Did you win the arena? So many options when you say it. Alright, there's a neurotoxin for Scarlet Witch to suck on. And a couple more. She's dead. Quick shot saying, no way, X23 is worth it. Now, I can't see it yet, but I'd probably have to relog my stuff or just reset it or whatever, but... Alright, closing in on being done. GraphiksInk saying, yes, I was correct. I got a chance to go back and... Oh, shoot. Oops, I forgot I was still fighting. I went back and checked. He just said I was correct about that home run. It was in extra innings. That pool host smashed that ball for the Cardinals out of the park. So even more devastating for all those Houston Astro fans. Uh-oh. That's funny, graphics. Hey, no worry, graphics. We're not going to grab the camera unless you want me to. So, Carlos says, you are the best gamer. Carlos, that is totally wrong. Normally, I play horribly because a large chunk of it is I just don't care most of the time. The good news is I've got it all taken care of. And when I have to focus, I can play well. So, Krusty the Krab said, yeah, I have to go coach the wrestling team. He's an assistant coach. Ooh, nice. Interesting. Time to go make some kids wish their moms were there. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Adam Marco just finished his TB4. I call it T4B. Same difference, I guess. Veritas, I'm sitting on 50 premium hero crystals, 10 3-stars, 3 4-stars, while I wait for my Angela crystal. Hey, best of luck, man. She is a hoss of a champion. There's no doubt about that. Chid in here saying, can I get a yee yee yee? Chid, that scares me in the fact that you want a yee yee yee. But again, guys, it is awesome deal. A big milestone for us here at SlycemGaming. Broke the 1,000 marker, and not just broke it like we're at 1,001, and I'm in here begging for people to subscribe. Like out of nowhere, I log in and 1,180 something. Now I'm sure tomorrow those will all probably be gone, and it was like some weird glitch with YouTube or something like that. But for now, guess what? We'll take it. For right now, we look cool, and I like it. What's up, John Doggernaut? Welcome, welcome. Anthony Amendola saying, Tony here saying, I just fought a 455 Ant-Man in war, and not on thorns either. Bad, bad, bad. Yeah, I don't disagree with you there. Alright, let's make sure. Hey, what's up, Doge Gaming? Good seeing you. He's saying 6-star heroes. Oh yeah, they're coming. So you might as well pony up and be ready for them. Because whether you like them or not, they're going to be here, and they're the future of the game. So you better settle down and get ready for them. It's going to be a fun ride. I think it's going to be good for the game. I personally am excited. So Anna Marco says, Chid will have to get online and tell you how to properly pronounce ye. LOL. Yeah, well, you know. Nick saying he pulled a 4-star Hyperion from a PHC. Got any combat tips for me to use him? Parry, heavy. Parry, heavy. L2. That's pretty well the way it goes. And at that point, it's pretty self-explanatory. You build the buffs, and it's all about those furies, and going from there. Alright, and Graphics is just setting up a little bit of a couple more things here, and once he's set up, again, we're going to be bringing him on to chat. So he's got a couple little things he's moving around. So, and again, we planned on being 3:30. However, he was busy beating up on the Maestro. So yeah, can't get mad at a guy for beating up on him. LOL's got to go. All right. Nick says sounds pretty simple. Yep, I don't disagree. Hyperion is not that hard of a champion to use, really. Legendary Gamer saying, guys, if you're new, please leave a like and a subscribe. I don't need to be a mod to support him. Hey, that's what I don't disagree with you there. And again, still a little bit of a shock over logging into the amount of subscribers that we had. I even find myself clicking on my secondary browser just to make sure that it didn't change here over time. I totally forgot I can level up Dr. Voodoo. We may do that here while we wait on graphics. Alright, sorry about that. Graphics said boss. I'm assuming that means the boss is around or something else is happening real quick. So Yeah, Chid's saying thank you guys for the 1K subs. Yeah, we appreciate it. It really is awesome, guys. We really can't say thank you enough. Like I said, when I logged on and saw it, I was kind of like, what? And now firmly over the 100 mark. We're 1,187 subscribers. So again, thanks to all you guys that have joined the channel and helped out with everything you've done. It's been totally awesome. And down goes Gully. Oh, Maestro is boss. There you go. Let's see here. Nick saying mobile, but can't be played on emulator. Not suggested. Yeah, Jen, it is a mobile game only. If you play it on the PC or anything else, you are just going to get banned. So, John Dog or not, yeah, Bulldog's around. Matter of fact, if Bulldog or one of you guys want to jump on until graphics is ready to roll, let me know. Bantha's saying, "Where's the bag of money, MCOC?" I can tell you this: the outages, the maintenances last night were definitely a pain. It was definitely no fun. I hated it. Drove me crazy sitting there just watching as we sat there and waited. So. Alright, next win should put me over the marker. Secure my T4 basic, and we can move on in life. Chid's saying he can't make it on yet. His hair is still wet. Hey, what's up, Cam? Good seeing you. Thanks for coming back and checking out the stream. I don't know why, but it is extremely warm in my room tonight, I can tell you that. Alright, Crossbones almost over with here. What the? Not ideal. I wonder if he shrugged off that many shocks all at once. That was pretty crazy. Now I'm curious about it. I hope everybody enjoys their 30-minute AQ timers today. We were down for hours yesterday, but we got 30 minutes today, day 5 in the AQ, so. Clay's saying good evening to everyone that came in while I was getting some grub. Grub. Alright, and there is my basic, so I am done with that. No more headaches there. Oh man, I got so many little pieces of mail to read. Ugh, I hate mail. Hate mail in real life. I hate email. I hate pretty much all mail. But now that I think about it, I am going to go check the email. It should tell me roughly about this subscriber increase. Yeah, see, I don't see it. So who knows? It's probably some weird mistake. But either way, we'll take it for now. So, all right. Let's take a look here. What do we want to do? Did I get all my energy used up? Smokeman saying Chinese food for the win. I don't disagree with you there. Legendary, did you guys know Grand Master is coming? People are too focused on 6 stars. They forget about him. I don't know that people forgot. They just are aware of it. It's just kind of part of it, I guess. It's kind of an interesting point, but I don't think it really matters. People know they're going to have the headache no matter what. All right, guys, let's get GraphiksInk on the call here. Here we go. Hey, thanks, Cam. I appreciate it. Graphics, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Not much. Sitting here. Luckily, was able to finish up my T4B before it ran out of time. I thought I had missed it altogether, but snuck in there and got it there at the end. So.
I hear you. We're gonna have to find out a way so I can hear you on YouTube, because I hear you on the mic, but not on YouTube now.
Yep. The easiest way to do it is really probably just mute to the YouTube, because now everything you hear is just going to be repeated. So the viewers are going to hear us at the same time.
Let's see. I wonder how much of a delay is there?
It's about 5 seconds.
Okay, there's about a 3-second lag then. Gotcha.
Yep, roughly. Should say you're a little loud. I'll take care of that. That's mine. All right, we should be set. There you go. So, we talked about this a little bit yesterday. I know you've been busy today working on LOL. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this your final path, or do you have another one still to go?
It should be my final path. I don't think I missed anything. I was 94% done when I went into this path, so it should be my last one.
Nice, nice.
Hopefully. Knowing my luck, I probably missed a corner somewhere.
Oh, that would suck. That would be.
That's okay. I blew through the last 4 people before I got to Maestro, so it wasn't no big deal.
Oh, well, that's nice. I dread it. I look forward to it, and I dread it all at the same time. I look forward to the challenge, but at the same time, I dread the uncontrollables, I guess, especially when you get there at the end. There's only so much that you can do to control the outcome of that, if that makes sense, I guess.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Maestro is just such a pain.
Here, for some of our watchers, especially myself, I've messed with him in whatever it was. What was it, like for the last part of Act 4, correct? He was there. That's the last we've seen of him. But in LOL, what's it like facing off against him? What can people expect as they start thinking, oh, you know what, I think I want to do LOL. What would you have to say to him? What's something that you can say, hey, get ready for this, because this is going to be the thing that just blows your mind?
Well, the life of the champions, the life on the outside ring compared to the inside ring is about double. So that's one thing you have to be ready for, because all the champs on the inside of the outside ring all have the enigmatic ability, plus their life is 3.3 mil. Outside ring is 1.5 mil life.
Okay, so there's a pretty big difference.
Yeah, it's double. Plus the enigmatic abilities are all for the interior.
Ugh.
Yes. So, I mean, if you can go through Road to the Labyrinth or any of those and go through them with relative ease, or, without spending only, say, 1,000 units, you should be good on Labyrinth.
Okay. Interesting. So, let's talk about the things that we talked about talking about, because to me, this is the big news, and this is where people were all going crazy yesterday. 6-star champions. We now know they're coming. We know it's no longer a theory. It's no longer a maybe. We know it's coming. As a player in the community that has an amazing roster. I've seen pictures of it. You've shot it over in our line chat, our YouTube line chat. Fantastic roster, a lot of great champions. How do you feel about the 6-star champions, and what does it mean to you as a top echelon, top player? How do you feel about it?
I said bring them on. I mean, I see no point why they shouldn't bring them. 5 is good, but 6 can always be better.
Sure.
If they're going to keep making the content harder and harder, then eventually they're going to have to increase the difficulty. I mean, increase the ability of the champs to keep up with the difficulty of the game.
And see, that's been my thought process. And again, I've played a lot of progressive style gaming where the game progresses as it goes. Um, and anything you do, you have to find a way to allow players to keep up with the game. You can't just put out new content because before long, it's just the same stuff. You know, there's nothing different. It's just, I'm just hitting a different amount of buttons, and it's a new graphic that I'm fighting. They have to introduce new ways to challenge the players, and a large chunk of that is normally by difficulty level. And to get there eventually, they've got to up the ante for the players as well and give them a chance to grow. If not, it's just kind of, in my opinion, it becomes stale. You know.
Oh, yeah, definitely for sure.
No.
I think it would be cool to see have the 6 stars. I mean, I love playing with the 5 stars. I have 38 of them. 16 of them are R3 or higher. So I mean, I look forward to having something higher than what I have now.
Well, yeah. And real quick, we're going to hit the chat here. We've got Anthony saying, hey, Graphics, I know you read it, but I always like to acknowledge it here on the camera. Hey, Graphics, welcome to SlycemGaming. What you do for the community should be rewarded with like a Man of the Year or something. Pay it forward is a great way to be. He said good, good way to be. You responded already. And I do want to say thanks for all you do. You support all the YouTubers amazingly well. You've helped so many players out, either when they're getting started or as they go through certain events. You've been there to help guys out, and let me say it for everybody from YouTube, and I know probably everybody has said it to you, but dude, we greatly appreciate everything you do for us. It is an amazing deal, and we greatly appreciate that. So we got Contest of Champion Brian Grant in here saying, hell yeah.
BG.
He's in the house, definitely supporting you. So again, this is something where we all appreciate everything you do for us, so thank you for that. Caleb's saying, so with the reward bugs, how do you feel about the players that weren't able to take advantage of it?
It's kind of shady. I mean, in one way, I feel that if you need to get the rewards that bad, then go ahead and take the risk on getting your account banned. But on the other hand, all you're doing is cheating yourself when you're not helping yourself progress anymore in the game or getting any better by doing the same thing over and over.
Sure. Yeah, I anytime there's a discussion like this, there's to me there is a split reaction when we have things like this nature. The dilemma that I have is, and normally I say, hey, let's stay away from it. The problem that I have is yesterday Kabam takes us offline for a combined 5 times, hours on end. People miss champions, miss arena, this, that, and the other. And they put the game back out knowing supposedly that a bug still existed.
Did they ever give the reasoning why?
No. That's the worst part is it's like, okay, we know there's a problem. We're going to leave it up because we can't fix it. Please, we've acknowledged there's an issue. We're admitting that there's this huge bug. Please don't bend us over the barrel. That just doesn't typically work well with online gamers. And excuse me, guys, I'm going to turn my fan on here. But that typically doesn't work with online gamers. Heck, I can remember playing games where people went out of their way to find the exploits. To find the little hidden extras that you could do that were within the game, but were technically, bad coding. That's what blows my mind. You can't leave it out there and expect people not to exploit it to a degree.
Well, being a designer, not everything is perfect. There's always going to be a flaw in a game somewhere. It just takes a matter of time for somebody to find it.
Oh, I agree with you there, and that's been my argument. Even with the 6 stars, people are complaining, oh, they're bringing out 6 stars, but look at the game. It's got bugs. It's got issues. It's got this. It's got that. Find me a game that's a progressive gaming setup where it constantly evolves, and show me a perfect game, because I've yet to find one. They all have some sort of issue, because every time they add something, the code just doesn't really match up with maybe something they previously did, or the interaction is buggy. Little things happen, and you can test all you want, but no test compares to how many thousands, million, whatever players the game has. that's a whole different level of testing. You know, you can't test on that kind of scale. People can try to find bugs, but it's different whenever they just start popping up because of random events. So, let's see here. Caleb saying my only issue is something has to be done one way or another, purely because if they don't issue bans, then think of 2 months worth of progression they could achieve in mere hours. Yeah. Haitian's saying fix the bugs before you add grunts, bases, and for Pete's sake, 6 stars. What do you think there, Graphics? Do you think the bugs are bad enough to keep the game from moving forward?
No. No. They need to keep progressing the game. If it stalls out for too long, there are going to be other games that come along and overtake them.
And see, that's my argument has been top-tier players, if they don't get something new to chase. Because, I mean, let me ask you, what do you chase in the game? You're chasing the champions, the LOL. You're chasing that in-game content. You want to be one of those guys. Once you're there, if there's
I want the 6 R4s.
Yeah,
I mean, I have 4 now. I want the 2 more, so I have 6. And then, you know, when they release the 6 stars, I'll shoot for the 6 stars. But, you know, they're going to eventually release content that's harder than the Labyrinth.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, people who are going to be able to do the Labyrinth with 6 stars and say, oh, well, this is easy. Well, back now when we're doing it with 5s, it's a pain. So,
right. And that's the thing. It's easy to lose focus when you are you're not at that top level, because it's easy to not care what they want or what's going up there. There's just so much that can be added to the game, and I think adding those things keeps those players in the game. If not, you lose that upper echelon of players, and you know somebody said, well, that's fine, let them go away. The people right below them take their spot. But that's how a game eventually gets burnt out. That's eventually where you don't have those superstar players that people aspire to become, or they try to chase, you know, per se. And before long, there's just mediocrity. The game is filled with mediocrity, and it starts to lose interest because there are no amazing players. There are no superstars of the game, I guess, you know.
yeah, for sure.
So, who are you looking forward to as a 6-star champion? Who do you think is going to come out first, and who would you be looking forward to the most?
More than likely, they're going to go with all the originals first, the weak originals. You know, the Cyclops, Electro, probably Star-Lord, Storm, Iron Man, Spider-Man. They'll probably start with the same order they did with the 5 stars.
Sure,
but they'll probably progress it along a whole lot faster than with the 6 stars than they are with the 5.
Sure. Contest of Champions saying, I want to be like Jinser M when I grow up. Again, I came into the game so late. I don't know a lot of the top level guys. I only know the ones that I've seen since I've started messing and dabbling around with YouTube and who you hear about. So it's interesting to see things like that because a lot of people look up to different players and for different reasons. Coming back here into the chat, Haitian says, yeah, but you still got to chase the new 5 stars in their top tier progression. Yeah, but at that point you're just collecting. For some people it's not about collecting. There's more to it than just collecting. They want the content. They want to be the first to race to that end. And if there's nothing to be the first on, they will find a game that has some sort of difficult content where they can go be number 1. And that's just kind of what I see out of it when you're talking about that level of play, you know.
Yes. Sorry, I'm trying to find my AirPlay on this damn computer so I can. I had to get my iPad out.
Yeah, I switch between my iPhone and my iPad all the time. Well, my kid's iPad, I steal it from him, so. Anthony's saying Jinser M will be the first 1 million account already at 800K. He has every 4-star at rank 5. Ridiculous. Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, especially being able to get enough T4 basics and the T1 alphas to progress that quickly is crazy.
That's a lot. just what little bit of leveling I've done, I turn around and I look and I go, oh man, now I'm out of that. I got to go figure out where I'm going to go dig these things up at. There's always that item or two that you have to go hunt down. And it's funny because in my situation, that item is totally different than somebody at a higher level. Like we've been talking with, Frojo hangs out here a lot. We talk with him. He's got T4CC for days. He's got every class that he needs full of T4CC, but he's out of basics, or he's out of alphas. So for me, I need the T4CC. So it's kind of that funny thing. Once you reach a certain point in the game, the focus shifts on what you need and how you get it. So that's always an interesting part as well. I think there's always that funnel, the strangle of what MCOC does to the champions and forces them to kind of really do. Okay, here's an interesting question for you, Graphics. We got Paris in here saying, who's waiting for the Defenders on Netflix? Now, are you looking forward to the Defenders on Netflix?
I don't watch a whole lot of TV that much. I mean, to be honest, I got a 4-year-old who takes the majority of the TV, so when I get a chance, I've watched Era of Flash, all of those. So yeah, I think it'll be cool to be able to sit and watch it all at one time.
Nice. So let's see here. What 6-star? Oh my goodness, 6-star wise. I think we both are on the same page. We both look forward to it. It's definitely going to be a step in the right direction. Do you see any massive blowback? In what way can Kabam mess this up? In my mind, they have to be able to allow people to have a chance to fully rank out their rank 5s first, and then bring in 6 stars. But outside of that, I don't really see how they really mess this up. It's just natural progression, don't you think?
Yeah, and I'm sure in the next 2 months or a month, we'll start seeing the progression of the 5 stars rapidly increase. The T5 basics and then more of the T2 alpha.
Right. They've already kind of led on to that we're going to be seeing that. They're going to be releasing the stuff to rank to finally max them out. I don't see how this becomes a bad thing. People are saying, we're going to be seeing 5-star arenas. I don't know that we're going to be seeing 5-star arenas. What's your opinion there, Graphics?
I think it'd be cool to have 5-star arenas. Granted, the scores will probably be insanely high, but I myself find grinding for the 4 stars boring. That's why I don't do it. Usually I just get them through a crystal.
Sure.
And then, the only grinding I do in the arena would be for the T4 basic or the catalyst.
Yeah, it's the arena is an interesting beast. I think we could see the 5 stars coming to arena because I think eventually what you do is you start to see everything just progress. That's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the business. The 3-star champions will slowly become even more obsolete outside of beginning type players who will at that point be able to quickly work up to 4 stars. You look at it now. How quickly do players get 4-star champions now? Every time I turn around, they've got some of the top tier 4 stars out there now. They've got the beginning arena and all that stuff to help them out. So 4-star champions already are becoming watered down. I don't understand where people are complaining about this. 4-star champs are not that hard to come by right now.
No, not at all. Hold on a second. I'll be right back.
No, you're fine. Let's see here. In the chat, we got Coots saying, we will have them eventually, talking about that 5-star arena. Marvelous saying, Death is going to be the boss for 5.4. We all kind of think that boss or Death, Hellas, one of those two possibly. Refugee saying they will have to have 5-star arena. They are basically turning 3 stars into 2 stars. Yeah. It's heading that direction, guys. That's just the way it's going to go. lot of people making fun of my stick stars that I had earlier. Yep. Let's see here. Going back through, guys. I'm trying to catch up to the chat, and again, Haitian's saying people will beat new content with 4 stars like Seaton does with 3-star master mode. Sure, you're going to have that happen. You know, and that's just it. 6 stars don't change the way the game works. You know, everything still remains the same. So I don't get it. I don't understand. That's what we're going to be seeing. So Hayuku saying death being last boss in 5-star arena confirmed. I don't know that it's been confirmed or anything like that, but I definitely think we'll be seeing it.
What is this? I hear a Blade coming in October.
I haven't heard that. I know people want Blade. I mean, I know he's been a champion people are just going crazy over. A lot of people say that his swords are in the game, in the backdrop. You know, I don't know. I think he would be a very interesting champ to have. It'd be cool to have him. But I don't know what he's going to tie into. And let's be honest, Marvel likes to, our MCOC likes to tie the current events going on to the game. So I have a hard time figuring that out.
And where are his supposed
swords?
Katanas at in the backdrop?
I want to say it's in the collector's room when you fight in the collector's chambers or whatever it is. It's either that or is that right, guys? Here, the chat will eat that up. They all talk about it all the time. I'm horrible at paying attention. King saying, all right, here's a question. I want to see your answer on this, Ink, because I'm curious. King says, can you explain to me why I shouldn't feel like my account is obsolete? I currently have 2 5-stars, and I feel like I just got started, and I just started to get somewhere. So why should he not feel like his account is obsolete with the 6 stars coming?
Well, consider yourself lucky to have the 2 5-stars. Lots of people who just start today don't even have a 4-star or a 3-star. I mean, I would be happy that you have enough. You've been playing long enough to have at least 2 5-stars when they release the 6 stars. I mean, at least that way you can have 2 more 5-stars to be able to do to get the 6-star crystals now.
Yeah, you know, to me, here's what I think, King. This is why I feel like it doesn't matter. And by the way, Chid says it was during the Nebula reveal that we saw Blade swords, supposedly. Here's why I feel it shouldn't matter, and why you shouldn't feel obsolete. The 6 stars, yes, they're going to be there, but they don't. You're not going out and trying to beat LOL today. You're not going to be trying to beat it tomorrow. You're not there. The progression of the game stands for each person on their own. Okay. My progression is different than Graphics, than Ink's. It's different than Chid's. It's different than Earliest Crew. Every player is going to progress at a different level, depending on a couple things. How much do you spend? How much time do you have? And how much are you willing to do? You know, it's just like right now. Here I am. I'm doing a YouTube live stream. I've been sitting on my victory screen for 5 minutes because I'd rather talk to you guys, answer questions, and try to bring some light to a current situation than to sit here, put my nose into my iPad, and grind for something. Obsolete means that you're not going to have a chance to complete anything. Where this is going to be quite the opposite. This new content, the new patch, whatever you like to call it, the 6 stars coming, all it's going to do is help you ramp your account up in a faster timetable than what you're doing now. So if you feel obsolete now, then here when it all starts, you should be feeling like a king because you're going to get 4 stars faster, you're going to get 5 stars faster, and they're reducing what it takes to level a 5-star. So when you look at it that way, everything is pointing towards the fact that you should be increasing your speed. Everything should be rolling in a faster direction. Plus, to me, the X factor is, and Coots kind of pointed this out here. We know for a fact that on August 30th, after August 30th, you can start getting 6-star shards. So at that point, dude, I'm saving my crystals. I'm waiting. I can see what I got. I know where I'm going with it. And I can start game planning based on where I'm at in the game. A 6-star champion means nothing to a person that's not ready for him. Who cares?
Exactly.
You weren't worried about a 5-star champion when you had 3 stars. You were worried about a 4-star champion. So, you know.
It all comes down to skill also.
Absolutely. Let's see here. Ozzy's saying, question, how can the lower tier will ever consider to be in a higher tier alliance if Kabam makes it easy for top tier alliances to get, and by the time I get 1 6-star, they might have 3 or 4 maxed? Okay, let me explain. This is my feeling on it, guys. And then you guys can tell me if you think I'm crazy or not, but here's what I've seen. I came back to the game in November. I had 6 4-star champions. 6. In that meantime, I took advantage of a lot of stuff. Did I spend money? Sure. But that's my choice. I didn't have time. If I had time, I would have grinded the arena and would have built the units that way. At the end of the day, I bought every offer that came across that I could. I spent my units on every 4-star, and I built a roster. I used that roster to piggyback me into 5-star shards. I took a gamble, and it worked out for me. Now, it can just as easily backfire. I could still be setting backwards, but I took a gamble to go after Spider-Man. Not on my own. Luckily, it was really all thanks to my YouTube channel. These guys talked me into it. I went for it. I pulled him, and I duped him in the same night. That happened because I made a conscious effort to go after a certain champion. Originally, it was going to be Iceman, but I went for it, and I ended up getting lucky. I pulled one of the 5-star champions that is considered by many a game breaker. He's going to kill items. He's going to kill stuff. He can push you through content. He is very, very good. So, because of that, in a matter of moments, in a matter of strategic planning, I was able to go from not having a 5-star worth a darn. I had Magneto, Hawkeye, and Juggernaut, none of which were duped. Hawkeye being my best 5-star. I went from that to having one of the top 5-stars in the game duped and capable of ranking him up to rank 2 right away. Rank 3 was 2 weeks later, and now I'll be getting close to rank 5 or rank 4. So, guys, it's as simple as the right pool at the right time and paying attention to your account. You know, that's something we talk about when we talk about leveling champions. You know, you don't just go all willy-nilly and start leveling anybody that falls into your lap. You know, you got to look at it. You got to prioritize. You got to think a little bit ahead. And sometimes that means thinking of this kind of like a chess game. You don't look at just now, okay, where is this going to put me in 3 months? Or what if I pull that champion? What if I pull Star-Lord tomorrow? Am I going to have the things I need to instantly rank him up so I can clear more content? You got to think about that. So to me, it can be done. And to me, it's exciting because I'm going to be here when the 6-star champions start coming out. I wasn't here when the 5-stars came out. So my odds of ever getting a Star-Lord as a 5-star are extremely slim now that they've started watering down the crystal. In all reality, it'll never happen. It's why I decided to spend 15,000 shards on a featured compared to 10,000 and have a prayer at 1 in a million at a Star-Lord. It was a calculated move that played out in my favor. Just as likely it could have went the other way. For example, Bulldog took 3 shots at Iceman, never got him. It's just one of those things that can go either direction, but you have that opportunity.
Yeah. And, you know, like you said, it's like a chess game. Well, it kind of really is. When you look at your strategy and upgrading your champs, you have to be able to have, you know, your poison immunity, your bleed immunity, your double immunity, then your power hitters, like Iceman with his
immunities.
His ice armor is amazing in the labyrinth.
Oh yeah.
You know, Spider-Man New Stark Spidey is amazing for Maestro. That's all. That's the only person I'm using now against Maestro is the Stark Spidey.
Sure. I mean, he brings a lot to the table, but and again, guys, it's just you have that opportunity, and you have to look at it that way. A 6-star champion is just a whole new opportunity. Is it going to be hard? Sure. Are you going to get it as fast as the top guys? Look, I'm not going to have a 6-star champion as quick as Graphics is. There's no way. He's got more 5 stars. He's got more of them duped. He's going to get 6-star shards 3-4 times as fast as I am. You know what? Good for him. He spent the time and the money or whatever it took to get to that position. And you know what? Good for him. That was his decision. Now I have a decision to play it how I want. I know the crystals are coming. I can do a lot of different things to try and get fragments. And more importantly, if he pulls 3 bad champions to start out with, and my first champion is a game breaker, you tell me. Does it mean that he's got in a better situation? He's got more champs. I got the game breaker. It just depends. You know, this game, and this is the most frustrating part of it. Your skill determines a large chunk of the game, but as much as skill matters.
Back to.
Do what? Sorry, there.
That's what I was just fixing to get back to. You know, your skill plays a large part. Because I mean, if you don't have any skill, then you could have a whole roster full of 6 stars. But I mean, if you don't have the skill to manage them and play them correctly, it's not going to do you any good.
Correct. It is a brutal fact, and it's unfortunate. But if you can't play the champion, you're going to struggle. So, Marvelous says that's what I'm doing, obtaining the required resources for certain champs, and then overflow can be used for other champs. Yeah, I mean, that's essentially right. I mean, you hang on to the stuff you're going to need for the champ when you pull him, and in the meantime, you let your overflow power the rest of your roster. I mean, I don't think that's a bad idea, man. Supersonic saying, honestly, I think Stark Spidey is better than Star-Lord because he is not like Star-Lord where he hits like a truck. He has more. He has a Daredevil evade, counter all or nothing, and can deal with thorns. So.
Yes, Stark Spidey is good. As good as Star-Lord, I don't know about that. You have a quicker build-up with Stark Spidey, but if you can keep strings going, then Star-Lord's going to be more powerful overall. I mean, Star-Lord will hit your 50k max in the Labyrinth a whole lot quicker than Spidey will.
Yep. I believe that. Here now, speaking of this, talking about Spidey, Stark, or Stark Spidey, Star-Lord, Graphics, just out of curiosity, amongst the champions in the game, how do you feel Star-Lord ranks amongst all the champions?
He's definitely in the top 5.
Okay, so it's a no-brainer, correct?
No, yeah, I mean, I would put him in the top 5 along with, you know, Gwenpool would be up there. A good R4 5-star Magic, good R4 5-star Dormammu. Many of them with power control mystics are going to be up there.
Sure.
You know, the Stark Spidey could very easily be up there with his evade and his power. Voodoo. Archangel. You know, Psylocke is another one of those 5 stars that people underestimate, but she has amazing power control.
Sure. Now, because I noticed that you talk a lot about power control here, and again, a lot of players are not at the same level. They don't have the same amount of champions as you do. They're going into that, and let's be honest, that's what we all look to build towards. Would you say power control ends up being your #1 concern over time, or is it being able to deal the damage? Is there a mix and a match? Because to me, power control, while it's important, it's hard for it to match up to the sheer numbers that Star-Lord can do.
Yeah, I mean, the damage output definitely is going to come first. But if you can get a champion that has a good damage output and also has power control like Magic or Dormammu, then, I mean, they're going to be a good champ.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even Quake doesn't have the greatest power control, but she, you know, if you know how to use her and can use her well, her ricochet and concussion can easily end the fight.
I believe that. I am horrible with Quake, so If you're good with Quake, I might have to get some lessons sometimes because I am horrible with her. All I want to do is throw my phone, my iPad, beat my head into my desk every time I use her. It's it's like a whole new set of torture. Like if they wanted to torture me, if anybody ever wanted to torture me, get information out of me, all they would have to do is bring in an iPhone or a tablet and say, okay, you must play with Quake all day. And I would just cry and give them the information. I don't want to do it. I don't like her. I'm horrible with her. And I don't know why, but I am horrible with Quake. So.
And I like one of my favorite guys who I like is King Groot because he's just a big tank. But I wish he had a higher power.
If he had one good solid attack, whether just something, just somewhere that was just a good solid attack.
Even his SP2 with his poison is his best, and it's still anywhere close to being great.
I don't have him. Well, I take that back. I have him on my secondary account that I never play. Caleb Myers with the $2 donation saying, congrats on the 1K. Super chat equals faster warheads. And shit, actually, that's the second super chat we've ever had. King was the first. King Kush jumped on immediately as soon as I said, oh, it looks like we hit 1K. We got super chats now. He was like, bada bing, bada boom, I wanted to be first. So, pretty interesting. Peter saying, SlycemGaming, my road to the Labyrinth squad, who do I drop? He's got Captain World War II, duped. Stark Spidey, Star-Lord, duped. X-23 and Crossbones.
Crossbones.
Yeah, I don't like Crossbones. I think
Crossbones is a good power. He's got a good power out rating, and he's good at dishing the damage, but he doesn't really do anything else.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't. I feel like it's a headache watching the Furies. You can get it where all of a sudden you're going to do a lot of damage, and then if you don't crit or you have any type of, you get on a defensive streak where you have to block for a minute or dodge, they all fall off. And next thing you know, it's just brutally in the wrong direction. Okay, Real Deal saying $2 here through Super Chat. Congrats on 1K. And hey, graphics. And though he spelt it wrong, it's graphics with a K. There are no C's. It will get your head beat. I mean, I received threat mails. I mean, I won't mention any names, but somebody told me there's no K's. Careful. Correct there, graphics? No K. I mean, no C's.
It's all K's.
All K's. Hey, thanks, guys. I'll be updating my board here in a second while graphics talks and answers some of the questions.
I mean, Ultron is another one of those all-around great champs who, he could even use a little bit more power, a little more damage output.
Oh,
I have him as an R3 5-star. I mean, and he's great because he's poison immune, bleed immune, and everything else. But sorry, he needs a little bit more damage.
Yeah, I feel Ultron really hits pretty soft.
For who he is and what he is, yeah, he does.
Yeah, it's just maybe it's is the word maybe underwhelming. You expect Ultron, this big beast bad guy, to lay a smackdown, and he doesn't. It's more like here, let me play patty cakes with you and hope that my specials get you and I can carterize to get the win.
Yeah, I mean, you would think that for who he is and his role in the Marvel, universe, he would be much more than he is.
Yeah, you would think so.
And another one of those great champs that nobody ever really talks about is Hawkeye.
Okay, so see, this goes back to like I was talking about. I had 3 5-stars, one of which was Hawkeye. I never leveled him. I didn't like him. I felt, people talk about Star-Lord being a one-trick pony. My issue that I had with Hawkeye was his power drain wasn't enough to really control it. They still could get to that L1, which, granted, it's just an L1, but I felt like it didn't really pull it down enough. By the way, welcome Keith Winnett and Grand Scheme. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Congratulations on the 1K. Slycem, good to hear you. GraphiksInk.
Don't worry, Keith. I don't have a wrench either.
To be fair, you just started coming around. I was shocked to see you in here the other day. I looked up and I was like, whoa, graphics is in here. Oh, okay. You know you're doing something right when you start seeing names like that pop up. So,
But Hawkeye actually has the heaviest bleed in the game with his hemorrhage on his SP2.
yes, that hemorrhage is nasty.
I mean, if you have him as a 5-star, take him to R3, start using him. You'll be amazed how quickly he can deal with people. I would take him in the labyrinth in a heartbeat.
And that's what people have said, and I've really debated which way to go with him. And eventually he's going to get those rank ups. Again, for me, it runs into that whole stranglehold of supplies, making sure I've got everything ready to go. So, yeah, Keith is saying he loves his Hawkeye. Grand Scheme saying it's all about the Carterizes with Ultron. That's what we were saying. It's kind of one of those things when you talk about Ultron, it's the pure damage. It's gimmicky damage with Ultron. You got to get him to bleed, then you got to Carterize. There's no just pure raw damage with Ultron, and you would think there would be.
Exactly. There's no damage like Hyperion. I mean, that's the one 5-star that I'm looking for right now is Hyperion.
I can see that. I can imagine his damage just being absolutely out of control.
Yeah, I mean, as a 4-star, he kills just about everything.
Yeah, he's pretty nasty. Anthony's saying, yeah, graphics, now that his L2 is fixed, my rank 3 Ultron does 8k damage more if there's bleed. I'm more than happy with Ultron's damage at rank 3. Very happy with Ultron.
Okay, if you see it, if they took the enigmatic ability from the labyrinth and gave it to Ultron all the time, his enigmatic ability is any shot or damage that's done by anything else except by physical force only deals 10%, and he absorbs the power from anything that's not physical. So, like, he's saying he's happy that he does 8k more damage. Well, you try using Iceman's Ice Blast, is that's one. You give him 5,000 life in the labyrinth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes. Marvelous.
I mean, if they could do stuff like that, that would be a pretty cool addition to some of these champs. I mean, they should look at adding the enigmatic abilities to the champs. If they're going to throw them in the labyrinth, then they should have them as usual champs.
Well, that makes sense. I don't disagree. Maybe that's something we'll see with 6-stars as they come, you think? I mean, because we've already seen that they're going to add this adrenaline, which basically is a miniature life steal after you've been hit, from what I read. You get hit, you got a miniature timer to be able to respond with the hit and get part of that life back.
Of course, yeah.
So, I mean, we're going to see some new mechanics. It'll be interesting to see how those mechanics play out. So, Supersonic saying, can you give your thoughts on my previous comment? Let's see here what Supersonic had to say. All right. Supersonic was asking you, do you think the base 24 6-star pool to be god tier champs like what Seaton predicts, or will they be more the mediocre champs like what Brian Grant predicts?
I think it's going to be a mix. I think it will be, your Star Lord or ones like that, but then you're also going to have your mediocres in there as well. I don't think it's going to be all, Gamora and She-Hulk and Hulkbuster and Iron Man and just the mediocre. I think you will have the Hyperions, the Captain Marvel, the Storm, the Iceman, ones like that in there as well. An R3 Iron Man with a high SIG is a great AQ battle.
And that's something we talk about a lot of times in here is champions get forgotten because they can be useful. They can be very useful for certain scenarios, and it's, and you probably see this as you get a healthy roster of 4-stars, or in your case 5-stars, you start seeing yourself lean towards certain champions just because they make the fight easier. You like the way they play, so on and so forth. So I think 6-stars we're going to see, like you said, a little bit of a mix. I think look, it'd be foolish of them not to put 1 or 2 amazing champions in this crystal early on to just, I don't want to say force, but really drive people to them. Look, people are going to be driven to them anyway, but can you imagine seeing that 6-star Iceman or Archangel, Gwenpool, whoever it is, they're going to have that one champion, I think, that's out there, 1 or 2, that just makes everybody just open their mouth, the tongue drop out, cartoon style, slobber going everywhere, going, oh my God, I want that champion, you know.
Yeah, and that's where the Kabam gets some money spenders. Is people going for that one feature.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been known to go for a feature 5-6 times easy.
I believe it. I can tell you the way I got my Iceman. It's not near as the way you've got some of your 5-stars, I can imagine. But I mean, I cracked open on. I mean, I have a video of 50 frosty crystals being opened. I didn't get him out of those 50, so spoiler to my own video. Didn't get him out of those 50. I went laid in bed. I'm pissed off that I didn't get him. So what do? Buy another Odin's or two, crack open another 50 to 70, and finally pull him and dupe him out of the same set of 10 as I lay there in my bed, pissed off. One of the very first videos that I ever did. Took me forever, and I wanted Iceman, and I was like, dang it, I'm not stopping until I get him. And then later on, it was kind of like, oh, what was I thinking? Holy smokies. But I look back, I'm thrilled that I got him. Has been really good. So.
Well, and one thing that I know Seaton never really pushes it or never says anything about it, and I know Dave likes it a lot, but getting the SIG ability maxed out, lots of people doesn't think it doesn't do very much. But when you get those extra crystals, I mean, I can open 50 crystals, get 4 4-stars, and that's 1,000 5-star charge for me or more.
It's huge. People,
so yeah, for every 4-star that I get now, it's 255 5-star charge.
Sure.
Actually, more than that, it's 525 because it's double.
Right, because you're max SIG crystal.
Yeah, all 4-stars are maxed.
That's insane. Yeah, and that's what people don't understand. They put it to the wayside. It's not that big of a deal. That's huge. The faster you can get these guys to their max SIG, the faster you can start really reaping the rewards. And that's how people are going to get to the 6-star so fast. Is not the amount of 5-stars they have. The question is going to be how many 3-stars, how many 4-stars do they have? Because every time they dupe those champions, it's like the choo-choo train of rewards. It all just builds up, and before long, they're staring down the barrel at a ton of shards that are just flowing in from stupid shards, from stupid crystals that you don't think about because of the way it just kind of trickles. Instead of rolling downhill, this is the one reward that trickles uphill. So.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Immortal Iron Fist is nothing great as a reward for them to be giving out. I mean, I think they should be giving someone better than him.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Cool suit, though. I like that white suit. It looks fresh. But let's see here. The Real Deal saying at GraphiksInk going to be one of the first to get a 6-star. Believe that. Yeah. King saying he wants a 6-star Red Pool. Yeah, we're not going to be seeing that. The regen on that alone would be insane. You would never need a healing pot again. You would just take that guy through everything, I think.
Well, I mean, Wolverine is right up there when you have 99 SIG ability.
And that's true. Well, with a full energy bar, you still got to wait on that proc, but because Deadpool's is there all the time.
Yeah. But I mean, SIG 99, there you go again with the ability, the advantage of having the.
So true. Yeah, Bulldog in here saying, Max SIG all your champions. Sounds familiar. Yes, Bulldog, you preach it all the time to us, and that's the thing, we all agree. It's huge. Maxing those things out is a massive advantage for players. All right, I need to actually fight something here rather than just sit here and stare at my iPad. So graphics, is there anything that you see coming down the pipeline that everybody should be looking forward to or should be worried about? Just kind of one of those double-edged swords or anything like that. What do you think?
I would just say don't get caught up in trying to get a 6-star. Be content with 5-stars until you have enough 5-stars to get your 6, and they'll start coming. I get to see a lot of people getting caught up trying to get their 6-stars and getting upset with not being able to have one. But getting a 5-star, that's going to be just as close to having a 6-star, especially when you rank them up.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's really funny when you mentioned that. I was in a chat room yesterday. People were talking about the 6 stars and belly aching about how long it's going to take. And then this point got brought up, and this is what cracks me up. This goes to show, just we get, and guys, I get it. We get caught up in a lot of things, how we feel about things and personal feelings. We lose track of just how silly some of our um, our thought process really can be. So I got a player telling me, why are you concerned about 6 stars? The odds of myself and of me getting a 6 star is extremely low. I don't have enough 5 star champions. The ability to get 6 star shards are going to be super low for me unless I plan on spending a truck ton to just basically buy the 5 stars to get the 6 stars. Therefore, I'm going to be left behind in the game. All right? And I said, okay, fair enough. I said, but here's how I look at it. I now know they're coming. I have a chance to prepare myself, prepare my account, and decide what I want to do. Well, it wasn't but 2 minutes later, as we're talking about this, same guy turns around and says, yep, and now 5 stars are worthless. Nobody's going to rank them up. And I said, well, wait a minute. 2 seconds ago, no one was getting a 6 star except for the very top players. They weren't getting 6 stars. It was months, years down the road. You might as well forget your 6 star. So why would you not level your 5 star? If you're never going to get a 6 star, why wouldn't you start leveling your 5 stars to get your account up to par? Well, yeah, but people are going to know the 6 stars are there. Yeah, but that's not the point. If you can't get it, you're not going to save stuff to level it. But that's just how much we've twisted ourselves over these 6 stars. Guys, don't get twisted. They're going to be here. Continue to play the game. You still got to build your account. When you start getting close to the 6 star, that's when you start thinking, okay, what resources do I need to start stockpiling for my 6 star in the event he is a great champion? Or at least that's my opinion on it. Just careful. Don't get yourself twisted on this because, like you're saying, keep leveling. Keep leveling, keep building your roster because this is what allows us to grow. If you
look at it the way,
you're never going to get there.
An R3 5 star is the equivalent to an R5 4 star, pretty much. So, the R5 5 stars can be equivalent to an R3 6 star, or somewhat close.
Right. Well, that's the other thing. We don't even have a clue, not even have a clue, how the 6 star is going to scale.
Yeah, exactly. If they stay with the same similarities as this one, then it should work that way. But like you said, we don't know. They could be 5 times more powerful.
Or they could even be. It could be a situation where early on they are absolutely garbage, and it's not until the very end that they just go absolutely crazy.
Yeah, or they could be a 5 star with the enigmatic. Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. So, it's a little early to be jumping on the bus of saying 4 stars are worthless, the 5 stars are obsolete, and that the world is coming to an end. Everybody better hang on to their britches because it's not going to work out for us. There's so much more than that. So,
yeah, for sure. You just have to be consistent, play, do your daily calendars.
Yeah.
All those little things make a difference.
Let's see here. Something Chid said about a champion.
I'm trying to get my ranking up into the top 100 in the regional.
That would be amazing.
My ranking is I'm at 159 in regional in the U.S. at a 567,000. And in the world and global, I'm 304.
You're what in the U.S. again? I'm sorry.
In the U.S., I'm 150.
Wow.
59. And in global, I'm 304.
Nice. Legendary is saying, SlycemGaming, how many stars will it take to get a rating to champs in Labyrinth? You got to realize that the ranking and the rating of champions in the Labyrinth is going to be obsolete. It doesn't matter. That's where skill comes in. So,
for sure.
Ace Fusion, same for me. Simply because there are so many 5-star now, I have 15 5-star, and I've only ever duped one. Used a gem on another, so I only even have 2 with their signature abilities. Correct. You know, there's a lot of people in that boat, but just the same, you know, the fact is they're going to be coming faster and faster and faster. So before we start, you know, smashing the ability to get them, you know, the odds are we're going to be having a chance to get these 5-stars extremely quickly now. So let's see.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, my brain went dead.
That happens. Believe me, it happens to me a lot. That's the joys of being from southern Missouri. Marvelous saying it's like when you. Let me scroll up. It's like when you only had a 4-star and wanted a 5-star. You rank up your 4-star and eventually you get a 5-star. Same principle. Exactly. Same exact principle, guys. We're using what we have to just piggyback us until we can get there. I mean, it's every champion has a whole different way of getting there. And look at what some people are doing with their 4-stars. We've got people beating a path in LOL with a 4-star Star-Lord. So, you know, 5-stars are still going to be able to get a lot of the job done. It's not going to be like if you don't have a 6-star, you can't enter the game. You know, you just have to be more efficient. You have to be more cautious of what you're doing, and you have to pay attention to what's going on. It is not the end of the game for anybody. It just means you have to play a little smarter, and you got to work a little harder, and you know, you can still stay caught up. So,
yeah, for sure. I mean, if you want to try the labyrinth, get good at intercepting, and practice nonstop against the champs with their specials. Because if you can't intercept and if you can't evade the specials, I wouldn't even waste the money on it.
Yeah, it would be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be able to intercept for one, and you have to be at least somewhat good at evading.
All right, we got
1 out of 3 will be fine.
We got Keith saying this 6-star thing is transition. If everybody stays calm, everything will just be fine. No, I agree. That's kind of what we're all kind of feeling, and unfortunately, there's enough people that are, I think, a little over the top worried about it. You know, it's a good thing for the community in general. I think it allows us to keep our top tier players. And I don't know about you guys, but to me that means something. I don't want the top part of the game going away, because when that happens, the game deteriorates. I've seen it for too many games where they become too mindful of the entire general public, and they say, oh, we just want a bunch of subscribers. We just want people downloading the game. Well, let me tell you, eventually that game goes away because nobody stays. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to play Doc Ock.
Did you already get a Doc Ock?
Yeah.
5-star?
No, 4-star.
4-star. Nice.
But I don't have the T2 catalyst. I'm one short on all of them. T2, T3. I had the T4s, but I don't have the T2 or T3.
Nice. You go saying, what's up, SlycemGaming? What's up, Tipsy? Good seeing you here as well. Yeah, Amino says someone in his ally did 3 pass with a 4-star Star-Lord. There you go.
Hold on. I'm reading.
Are you reading Ace's question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ace says, so I've had this thought. Question for graphics. Would you ever 565 your Star-Lord? At this point, yeah, at this point, I don't see a point personally because of the way he ramps up and him being able to do LOL. There is no reason.
No, I'd do it in a heartbeat because he'd just ramp up that much faster and his power would be even more.
Well, to me, it's a no-brainer.
I mean, outside of Labyrinth on his S2, you know, he can crit well over 150,000, and you get him as an R5, he could probably crit well over 200,000.
Yeah, well, and to me, guys, see, this is what blows my mind. It's like people think that the 6-stars are just going to come in and instantly wipe out 5-stars. That 5-star Star-Lord maxed out is going to be hard to beat. Unless he comes in as a 6-star as well, he could still be the #1 champ in the game for a long time. Or at least the #1 damage dealing champion in the game for a long time. Like, that's not wasted inventory. He's going to allow you to get through places where, you know, if you were to pull a bad 6-star champion, you may not get. You know, you still got to go. Keith saying, without the whales, the game dies. Without top level players, games die. People lose interest. The game becomes boring. It's just whatever. Everybody gets something. Nobody cares anymore. There is no reason to race for anything. So.
And you know what? In all honesty, the game probably did slow down after the 12-0 hiccup. That's why they decided to release the 6 stars. So that's their way of regaining the people after 12-0 who got disappointed. They figured, oh, well, let's give it another chance. We produce 6-star. So they're trying to pull back that part that they lost.
Sure. Wesley Allen saying, people are afraid of change. That's so true. Bulldog saying, it seems like natural progression. I am floored. So many people have wasted so much time even talking about it. Seems stupid to me. Yeah, I agree. DMR News, SlycemGaming, the people who are complaining about the 6 stars, they were already on the fence. They want to quit, but they don't know how to. Thus, they want to use the 6 stars as an excuse to quit. You know, I don't disagree with that. You know, and here, I will tell you this. I talked to a guy, we were bantering back and forth, and he's throwing a fit about 6 stars, and I said, you know, your problem isn't the 6 stars. His problem is because the game has been complacent for such a long time that he's gotten close to being at the same level as the guys who spend money. You know, he's adding up his rewards. He's now getting close. He's pulling those featured champions, and now he's getting close to being able to be on that same level as the people who spend. And now he sees it as the 6 stars come out and the spenders are going to go way out ahead of him, and he's going to get left in the dirt. I said, but you know what? That's going to happen at any point in time. You know, you can argue they need to fix the bugs first, they need to do this first. But the moment new content goes out, if the spenders are here, the guy that wants to be first and has the money to be first, he will instantly, he won't instantly, but he's got good odds of being first because they have the backing, the financial backing to get there. That's just life. I mean, I hate to say that. That's the way life works.
There's always somebody bigger and better than you.
Yes.
I mean,
you know, and maybe I'm wrong, Graphics. Maybe you can tell me if something I'm missing here. But, I mean, last I checked, that's the way business works. That's the way life works. You know, if somebody's got a bigger wallet than you, there's a reason why big companies continue to grow, and it's tough to outdo them.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, there's always somebody bigger and better. You know, there's always somebody with more money and more cars and. You know, it's just part of life. You have to learn to accept it and be comfortable with yourself.
Exactly. And the thing about it is the thing that people forget is skill still comes into play. You know, again, if you pull the right champ at the right time and you got the right skill, you can still do some amazing things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, nothing is going to hold you back except for yourself.
Correct. So. All right, guys. Graphics, what else? Is there anything else you want to chat about or talk about here while we're going? It's kind of odd. I feel awkward. So I'll tell you, it was really weird. I got ready to get everything ready for us to go live, and it's kind of why I fell behind. So I get ready to go live. I'm setting up the live stream, and I look and it says, you want to enable Super Chat? And I'm like, I don't have 1,000 subscribers. I was like, why is it giving me a Super Chat option? We're at 950 last I checked late last night. I mean, I logged off at going on 4 something, I think. So I'm kind of like, well, this is odd. So I say, okay, sure, I hit it, and I start setting it up. And I freak out because when I hit it, it takes me to the main page. 1,180 some odd subscribers. I said, do what? Obviously, there's been a mistake here. And so I had to look around. So, again, I do want to say thanks to everybody because that was a very odd surprise, and I don't know if this is correct or what's going to happen, but it is going to be interesting to see where things go. And, again, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in and helping out, getting us to the 1,000 marker. It is cool. It opens up Super Chats for everybody, so you can still use the Super Chat. You can also use The PayPal if you want to donate and help support the stream. We greatly appreciate it. But more importantly, showing up, hanging out with us, telling people you know about us, bringing them here and letting them see the channel, subscribe to us, and share us. That's what it's all about. That's where things continue to grow, and we can grow into a channel that hopefully can continue to bring great content, interactive chat, and some thought-provoking ideas and outlooks on the game. So, graphics, is there anything you want to touch on, man?
Not off the top of my head. I mean, I've got some time, so I can hang around for a bit.
Absolutely. I'm just kind of sitting here grinding. So, guys, you know, we're going to be here. We're going to be chatting. If you guys got anything, feel free to let us know. We're kind of just hanging around and playing the game and seeing what's going on. Wesley Allen saying, if you already... Oh, Tipsy, thanks, brother. Wes Allen saying, if you already completed the web event, can you still do a Legends run? No.
No.
You cannot. One time only.
Yep. Once you hit that enter, you better get going if you want it.
Yeah, once you do it, it's go time.
Yeah, so it's good to do a little homework on it if you do want to make Legends run. Watch some other people and see what times they had. Therefore, you have an idea of what you need to put up.
Yeah.
And make sure you have a high damage output chain.
Yeah. You got to have somebody that can just straight up put somebody on the dirt quickly.
Yeah, and believe it or not, even what you're running on will make a difference. You know, people running the iPhone 6s are having faster times than Androids because of the load time. And the load time does actually end up being a couple of minutes, which can be the difference in getting in or not.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. All right, Tipsy, thanks for the donation. There you go. Making it on the list and on today's top supporter, tying it up there with Joshua earlier today. Yeah, Wesley's saying you got to have an iPhone. Yeah. Nick said he pulled a 5-star Black Panther. Thoughts?
Dupe him, rank him 3. He's got a good bleed, decent damage.
But until he's
good for staying decent for war.
But until he's duped, I feel like he lacks still.
He doesn't need to be duped. I mean, he still has a decent bleed, and his power is still up there. It's just if you do dupe him, the bleed gets even more intense.
Yeah, to me, that once it's duped, that bleed gets ridiculous, which in my mind kind of goes crazy. So,
you know, people have been asking about Hood, if you should rank Hood up. Hood is a great champion. I mean, he does not need to be ranked up at all. I mean, he does not have to be duped.
No.
His ability when he's duped is nothing great. I mean, he still has his ability. He has the ability to make the other champs miss. I mean, his S3 has 75% more damage on each bar that the opponent has. So, I mean, those are all things that make him good. Plus, I mean, when he's invisible, he pretty much avoids all armor and does straight damage.
Oh, I agree. He can get pretty nasty when you start looking at the things he does. Now, to me, the problem that I have with Hood is he's good at a lot of stuff, but he's not the best at anything. There's nothing that you really look at him and you go, okay, he is the best at this. You know what I mean?
He's the best at invisible.
Okay, he's the best at... No, that's not true. I think Nightcrawler currently is the best at being invisible because he goes totally invisible, can't see him on the screen, have no clue where he's at thanks to the new current bug. So, you know, now Hood's got a little competition thanks to that. Ugly 820's donating that £1. So I'm not real sure what that converts over to.
$2 around.
Is that what it is, roughly?
It's about $2.25.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Conversion Center.
It's like 2 times the buck almost, a little bit more than 2 times the dollar. So no big deal there.
All right, let's get that updated. We'll put him at 2 and put you on the board here.
I need to get about 3,000 more 5-star shards, and I'm debating on going for a 5-star Doc Hawk.
Interesting. I thought about trying to save for him. My dilemma that I had is, again, it comes to that choking point. You know, I've got Spider-Man Stark Enhanced. I can't even take him to rank 4 because I don't have the T4Cs. Pulling a Doc Ock is just going to stretch my resources. He's going to be sitting there, not really being capable of being ranked up. So at that point, it's kind of like a big finger in my face, like, yeah, you pulled me or you didn't, but look here, now I can't do anything with him. So at this point, it's, oh, it was a euro. I'm sorry, Ugly. I thought that looked like the pound symbol. Euro, my bad. But either way, it's kind of one of those things where I wanted to go for him, but it's just not smart for my roster, and that goes back to playing around your roster, knowing what you have, what you don't have, and trying to figure out what makes the most sense.
Yes. And having, we were talking about this the other night when you were streaming about the labyrinth, about the synergies. And, we were saying how much of a role did the synergies play in the labyrinth. And because we were talking about how I was debating if I should just take the Ant-Man Yellow Jacket in for the Rage Timer, or just say screw it and take in 5 strong champs.
Yep.
And in all, the first 2 passes I did with the Ant-Man Yellow Jacket, and the next couple I've done was the strong 5. And in all honesty, I've seen that all strong 5s ended up being better than the extended Rage Timer.
So you liked, so that was something we debated, and my point was to go with the strongest 5, because I feel like 5 champs does more than 1 champ with synergies around him, and the cost for the total revive for the entire team, all of which are great champions that you have the ability to kill with, to me comes out better. So you're saying that so far you are liking the strong 5 over the synergy for the Rage Timer, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
And Hood, he doesn't have end content damage to say, but his SP2 is amazing.
Who's special 2? Sorry.
Oh, Hood.
Oh yeah, that SP2. I think if there's one thing that Hood really excels on, in my opinion, here would be on defense, the unblockable L2. Pair it out with Dormammu and Mordo, with a couple other nasty defenders, especially if they're villains, non-robots. You're looking at having 2 opportunities to get some freaky, weird revive. You got Mystic Dispersion that's going to field those guys, and it could get nasty so fast.
Well, Hood's ability when he's unlocked is after he becomes invisible, he's stun immune.
Right. To me, that just gets nasty.
Yeah.
Nemesis Christ is saying, "Sup, folks? Is it just me, or everybody thinks that they're making this 6-star move too soon? Thought they would make 565s rare first, give us more T2 alphas, and 6 stars would probably come into Act 6 or 7. Well, Nemesis, I think we touched on this a little bit, but that's essentially what they're doing. I mean, they've already said they're going to allow us to rank 5, or to take rank 5 champs. I'm sorry, take our 5 stars to 565 before they even bring the 6 stars out. 6 stars ain't coming out until 2018.
Yeah.
We've got a ways to go.
And they're going to release, 5.3 next month.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, how can we say it's too soon? We've got a good chunk of time, and again, the 6 star has no bearing on the 5 stars. That's what I don't understand. To me, it doesn't matter if I can rank him to full rank or not. It's just more flexibility, because if for some reason I do get a 6-star champ and I pull a really good one, well, I'd rather be ranking him than I would ranking the 5-star. At least now I know I'm going to have that option. It's like people are complaining about having the option. I don't understand exactly. Ugly throwing in another euro there to even up his screen up there. Thanks, Ugly. I would have fixed it here in a second. Not a big deal. So, yeah. What's up, Paul? Good seeing you, buddy.
Ugly 820.
Yeah. Oh. Did I say? Okay, yeah. Whew. Oh, they're talking about the exchange rate of the euro over there. Mac down in Dubai, enjoying the good life.
Plus 1.25.
Yeah. Rye's saying they will probably limit resources to not allow you to go over a rank 2 6-star for months before the rank 3 6-star.
They're going to have a hard time doing that unless they make like a T5 basic impossible to get, because I could see them only doing the T1, T2 alphas with the T5 basic and T4s up until like a rank 4 6-star where they're going to have to introduce another alpha.
You could maybe see it at the rank 3 mark. You know, that halfway mark where they introduce a new mechanic or a new alpha, a new catalyst of some sort to go after, to kind of keep everything throttled down. Because, again, in progression gaming, you have to be able to throttle the community. You have to be able to give them something to chase, but still keep them at bay so that there's always something to get to. If not, what's going to happen is they're going to take off, and they're not going to get, it's going to become too easy, and they're going to become bored, and they disappear. So that Kabam's got their hands full, guys. If you think it's easy, it's not. You got a lot of people to keep happy to continue having the game still go. So Caleb saying maybe a T1 and 2 alphas for rank up. Maybe. But again, your top tier players are going to find a way to get their hands on those. No doubt about it. So let's see. Anybody else got anything out there? If so, like I said, we're just kind of killing through the arena. Eternal Warrior saying one of his friends used Electra 455 and Starlord 455 for his first run through LOL.
Well, like I mentioned, the first run through LOL is usually the outside ring. So health is half of what the inner path is, and there's also no enigmatic. So it is considerably easier than the inside. So, I mean, a 455 and a 455 in Electra and Starlord, I could see that being able.
Yeah. Well, he said they only used Electra whenever they dropped underneath 25% just for the extra damage. Makes sense.
I'm not running Suicide, but I am running the Assassin.
Sure.
I'm running Assassin if I'm running full Mystic Dispersion.
Really?
Yeah.
What Mystic did you bring?
Guillotine.
Okay, fair enough. I was sitting here like, I wonder what Mystic he brought. But, yeah, Guillotine would make sense.
She panned out well against X-23, Venom, Spidey, Iron Fist, Rocket. Who else did she work well against? Quite a few. I mean, Stark, Spidey played out well against a lot of them. I mean, I would say the two hardest on the inner path that you're probably going to face are probably going to be Vision and Agent Venom.
Sure, Agent Venom because of the tenacity, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Agent Venom.
Massive bleed.
Well, no, his enigmatic ability is... I'm going to look it up for you real quick, because it's insane. His every time you touch him, does it stun you for 2 seconds or 3 seconds? Why are you not opening up? There you go. Let's see. Agent Venom. No, he's at the top. Okay. His enigmatic is throughout the fight, when combatants strike their opponents, they apply a timer that lasts for 3 seconds. The only way to remove the timer is to strike back and transfer it back to the opponent. If the timer runs out, the combatant with the timer receives a debuff that incinerates 25% of the opponent's health.
Wow.
So, yeah, 25% of the opponent's health over 3 seconds. So, I mean, and every time he hits you, that 3-second timer starts. So
that,
you have to them somehow or another.
and that would be nasty.
Envision opponents lose 5% of their power every time they dash back. If they dash backwards with 0 power, they become stunned.
Oh.
Yeah, Envision's unblockable SP2.
The SP2 is the least of my concern, really.
Yeah, but you can't dash back at all against them.
Yeah, that's a good point. Ugh.
Yeah, so if you go dash back to avoid the SP2, you lose life or get stunned. So yeah, they're all Electro can be a pain. If you have Gwenpool, you'll be okay. Doctor Strange is a true pain. Also, I forgot about him. Every time you hit him, if he's blocking and you hit him, he regens.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah. Daredevil, every time you hit him while he's blocking, the opponent takes degen every second equal to the percentage of their health. Jane Foster is every time you hit her and she's blocking, he gets shocked. Yeah, you get shocked for 3 seconds.
With Foster, it's the shock.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you this. On Jane Foster with that shock, does that, let me think how, does that activate with her signature ability or whatever, where she can stun lock you, basically? Do you have to worry about that?
Yes.
Ooh.
She can do both.
See, that would be nasty. I mean, because essentially you're looking at somebody that could easily stun lock you and just go to town.
Yeah, and she can. I mean, there were 2 or 3 times where she'd hit me once, stun me, and I was done. I mean,
yeah.
But I mean, like I was sending a picture. I was talking to Dave earlier, and I sent him a picture of against Maestro, where I had a 71 history going against him, and I had 71 hits against him with zero hits on me. I was dead.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, because he the degen from his S1 killed me.
Unreal. Didn't get a stun. Okay. Whew. So the degen from his S. Ugh. And see, that's just something where here, you sent the graphic to me, or the photo. 71 hit streak, no hits received, dead. Wow. Wow. Unreal. So, now, did you finish Maestro a while ago? Did you get him finished up?
He's down to 1.2 million life left. He started to pull his regen mode again, so where he regenerates about 35,000 every tick, and it lasts for 3 seconds. I mean, he can easily regenerate from 1 million to 2.5 mil in one regeneration.
See, to me, that just gets freaky nasty.
That had it happen to me 3 times the first time I played him, and I couldn't figure out what was going on.
I will say, the only thing that I can have that's even comparable to that... Uh-oh, what do we got here? Oh, I thought we had a new subscriber. It looked that way, sounded that way. The only thing that I can even come remotely close to on that is when I went through ROL, I was using Star-Lord. I brought my 3-star Gully. She wasn't ranked up, never used her, never played with her, really. And, of course, you come to Wolverine. And look, the first part of ROL is what it is. But when you get to Wolverine, that's kind of like the gatekeeper. At that point, you decide you either beat him or he crushes your spirits and sends you home crying to your mom because of the way he can treat you with his revives. At one point in time, he popped off 5 revives at a time. I had him almost dead. and he went from almost dead all the way to full health. And being not near that top level of play, I'm so not used to seeing it. A force quit never even entered my mind. Not even close. Instead, I remember stopping what I'm doing and like look at the health bar like, are you kidding me? Like, and I ended up dying, and I came back and ended up beating him. But it happened to me again. But it was one of those things where when I saw it that first time, you kind of sat in amazement, in my opinion. You know, because to me, it's you just don't know what to expect at that. You know, it's
You don't. I mean,
because if you've never seen it, you would never think, "Oh crap! Hurry, hit pause, and get out of this." You know.
yeah, I mean that's there's several people in the labyrinth that you have to do that with. You have to do it with who was I just fighting? I had to do it with for Maestro was Ultron.
Oh,
Ultron will regen back to 3.3 mil life. If he's around 1.5, he'll usually regen, and if you don't stop it, he'll be back at 3.3 in a heartbeat.
See, and I think people who used to face him in war back when there was the willpower, or not willpower, but back whenever you could throw him on the stun immune, and his regen was just astronomically good. People were used to that. They hit him as soon as they seen it start to kick in. They force quit, and they come right back in with half health and attempt to finish him. But again, for me, somebody that's never seen it, I can remember thinking to myself, holy smokies, what do you do? And,
well, labyrinth, you force quit, you lose.
Right. Well, I just meant just getting used to that force quit, because force quitting is not something you do by nature. It's not something where you see it and you go, oh, you know what? I should just hit pause. If I hit pause and end the fight, he's not going to be at this point. It doesn't even cross your mind. So, Amino said his main champ was Star-Lord in all his LOL runs, along with Archangel, who saved him a lot of units against Spidey, X-23, Venompool, Jugs, Thor, Agent Venom, and even Maestro. Interesting. I could see Archangel being handy.
Yeah, definitely. Archangel is a powerhouse. I mean, you get those neurotoxins going, and it's game over.
Yeah. Oh, the neurotoxins are so nasty.
As soon as I finish Labyrinth 100%, and I get that generic 5-star dupe or Awakening gem, I believe it's going straight to Archangel.
To me, he's such I still think he's one of the top attackers. He just does so much, can nullify so many points in the game. So, kind of scrolling back here, I want to hit a couple more of the topics that the chat was talking about. Nemesis Crisis says, all right, that makes sense. He said we made sense to his first question. He said, so, moving on to the next one. Is it just me, or everything thinks that going for 100% LOL should be done after getting these 565s? Well, I think it's just going to make it easier. I don't think it has to be done. It depends on what you want to do challenger-wise.
No, it's your ability, your skill ability.
Yeah,
I mean, how good are you?
Do you want to try the challenge of doing it like everyone else did, or do you wait and just go with it with your 565s? Either way, you can't argue. They're both legitimate kills. But at the end of the day, and both of them are fair. I mean, it's not like you're breaking the rules of the game. It's just a matter of how much pride do you have and what is it you want to do. And it also depends, too, on are you trying to race to get caught up? I'll be honest, if I'm way behind, do I sit here and say, oh, I'm going to beat my head against the wall because I want to be like so-and-so, or I'm going to do it like everyone else did, or do I go, look, I don't care. I just want to get it over with and move on to the next series of the game because I'm trying to catch up to those guys. This is where I want to be, and you go after it. That's just a personal preference.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey, what's up, my name? Sorry, go ahead, graphics.
I'm set on getting those 6 R4s.
All right.
Okay, Anthony, why did I go for Star-Lord for my Astro? What are the other options? I actually was using Star-Lord, but then I decided to switch and go to Stark Spidey because his evade was working amazing against his S1, and his evade with your 10 evades, his power was doing as much damage as Star-Lord would with the Rage Timer.
That's yeah. See, to me, the upside to Spider-Man Stark Enhanced is that front-loaded damage, because you can get straight to that heavy damage out of the gate. And in fights where you know you're going to die, I think that front-loaded damage comes in play. Or am I wrong there, Graphics?
No, that's right. I mean, I believe it's like that. But you know what? Also, I think that the more evades he has, he seems to get weaker.
Really?
Yeah, because when I would have 2 evades and get hit by Maestro, he would only do, a 10th damage. But if I had 10 evades, he'd hit me, it would do almost 50% damage. That's something that I'm going to look into.
That doesn't make sense. Hey, what's up, Hayden? Good seeing you. Eternal Warrior saying, hey, Anthony, pulled and duped a 5-star Angela. She's at rank 3 on my alt. Let me know if you want any testing done. Leroy Miller saying, hey, all. Hey, welcome to the channel there, Leroy.
I wish they would allow champ trading.
It would be so cool. We've discussed so many ways to do it. It would just be so hard. It's kind of like the video game where you'd have to have a point system. Kabam would have to have an internal point system, and your champions would have to come out close enough to a point system to where it would be always labeled a fair trade.
Yeah.
Where you can give up multiple players for one or something like that. So.
Yeah, I mean, because I have a secondary account, I would love to get my R4 Voodoo and King Groot and Captain Marvel off that one. Yeah. Look at Weatherman 187.
Look at what? Oh, Weatherman
187.
All right, give me a second. Let me get that pulled up here. All right, Weatherman 187.
Yeah.
Your secondary account is better than some people's main account. Just so you know.
He's not moving. There we go.
Your what is it?
No, I just see your. I'm seeing the. No, it's just lagging that bad. Okay, now you're typing it in.
Yeah, there's a little bit of delay there. Okay, so you got a Voodoo 455 duped, King Groot 455 duped, OG Black Panther 455, and Magic 345. Jeez, that's a very impressive secondary account.
Yeah, Voodoo's a workhorse on that account. He does everything, and sure. Even King Groot's great on the bleed and poison immunes because he can take so much damage. I mean, it's crazy how much damage he can take. I mean, if you click on him, his health is it's insanely high. I forget what it is.
Let's see. Let's take a peek. His health 27,944. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Wesley Allen says, "How do you have time to play 2 accounts like that?"
That account is used in the Alliance. I mean, I strictly use that account for AQ and AW. That one's already done Road to Labyrinth and the Labyrinth and all of that.
Wow. Rye is saying they should add a training mode where you can select any champ, any sig level, dupe, unduped, any rank to basically duel against for practice. I love that option. No reward for it, just practice.
You pretty much can if you want to go up to the top of the leaderboard and just scroll down, and you'll find eventually the champ you want at 3-4 star, and just duel them for free.
Sure.
That's a good way to practice for the labyrinth. So I mean, if you go to the top of the leaderboard, let's see. Okay. Ready to go. Top of the leaderboard. Oh my lord, it's taking forever to load. Okay.
King says, GraphiksInk, you need an alliance for that secondary? I'll run your minimums off mine.
He's in the same alliance I am in. We're both in the Loyal Assassins.
Right now, it shows him as no alliance. You just bring it in for certain time spans.
Oh, no, we didn't. We removed him for Real Deal. Real Deal joined us.
Aha.
Real Deal, Queen of Pawns, Diggity Dave, and myself were all in Loyal Assassins.
Well, now, like I was saying about this secondary or the second account with find an alliance for it. Don't worry, I'll do some checking. I might be able to pull a string or two and help you find an alliance. If nothing else, if nobody wants you, I can probably talk our leaders into bringing you in. I may have to do some begging, but for you, I'd do it, Graphics. Rye says, yeah, but it costs a dual credit, and my way would be just faster, just to select your choice and go.
Yeah, that wouldn't mean a whole lot more programming on the developers' end who would not want to do that. The whole database would have to be set up for each player, for each SIG level and everything else, and that's a lot of time and money spent on coding.
Not just that. You're looking at, guys, how many little issues do we have already? Let's let them get all that leveled out. We've got ways to practice at getting champs already. Just be patient. There's a lot of stuff that can always be added to a game that would be cool and new and excellent, but sometimes you got to be happy with what you got and let it ride. Let's see here. All right, Nemesis Crisis still going here with another question. Keep them coming, bud. Here's what we got. He has a Starkey. He was planning on hitting the rest of Path 6 in November once he's grinded enough resources. Do you think it's better to wait for 565 resources since Act 5 will be released by the end of the year?
Regardless of what you're still going to have to use lots of resources when it comes to a collector, so a 565 is not going to make that much difference against a collector.
I think he means an LO. I think it means LOL, I think.
I mean,
either way.
He just said Act 5, that's why.
I'm with you.
I mean, if you can... Yeah, 565 is going to be a lot more helpful on Path 6 of the Labyrinth, but if you can do it now, why wait?
I agree there, but A. Willow's saying, in response to our talk here, he's saying Battle Group 2, which was the one that I'm in, needs all the help you can get, Slice 'em. So don't mind our internal battle here. Keep it up, A. Willow. You will see. You're not going to be looking good. Ace Fusion, all right, guys. Enjoyed as always, but I got to bolt. Got to get ready for work. Hey, thanks for stopping in, Ace Fusion. We appreciate it. And again, thanks for everybody that has stopped in. Do us a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you've been around, hit the like button, share it, let people know where you're at and hanging out. Again, we greatly appreciate it. So, Alex says, Graphics, what do you do for a living, bro, if you don't mind me asking?
I knew it was going to come eventually.
There's been a couple. I've dodged it a couple times, but...
I heard. I was lurking before I jumped in. Like you said, with the Red Sox hat.
Yep.
No, I run a race shop, and I also do web design and marketing for attorneys in Houston.
Nice.
and I also flip vehicles.
Flipping vehicles is so much fun. And
Yes.
you've got some pretty nice ones that you've flipped, so that's always a good chunk.
Yeah, I think my next one, I'm going to try and find a nice used low mile McLaren 570.
Nice. Super nice. I enjoyed so I'm from the small towns in southern Missouri. I left here, ended up going to Chicago and worked up there for a couple of years. And it was so interesting when you get up there and when you talk about going from small towns to big cities, just seeing the amount of money that can be used on all sorts of different things. You know, where some people it's their house, for some it's their cars. You know, it's crazy for somebody that's never seen it and knowing just what those things can go for. So it can be pretty crazy. What's up, Law? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping in.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Yep, you're good. Alright, I'm going to fight this next fight, even though it is day 5. Probably not ideal for me to fight this on the old iPad, but we'll see what happens. King saying, Slycem, you going to do something? Yeah, I'm getting ready to do this fight here in AQ. Not really ideal. Iron Man. Iron Man's not too hard, but it is hard to dodge with the iPad. But we'll see what happens. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I'm back. All right, man. Well, I'm going to have to jump off here for a bit. I got to get dinner for my little one.
Hey, not a problem, man. Again, thanks for coming out and joining us tonight. Today, I guess I should say. Uh-oh. Yep. Again, thanks for coming out and joining us. We greatly appreciate it. Man, it was a blast getting to talk to you. And, again, getting to see a whole different side.
Yeah, we can definitely do it again.
Absolutely, man. Well, listen, we appreciate it, and thanks. And I hope you like that sweet logo we got for you, man.
Oh, yeah, I'm rocking it, man.
I saw. So, all right, brother. Well, listen, we appreciate it, and we will be catching you here later.
Yeah, it was fun. Y'all be good. Play hard.
We're going to do our best. Take it easy, man.
See ya.
All right, guys. King saying, yeah, I should have took a hill block with you. Yeah, well, the problem is that we've got new players that's rotated in and out through our groups. So now it's kind of like, it's kind of one of those things where it's, I take a group that I kind of find useful and put them to use best I can. So, here, we're going to switch over to the phone. Actually, I'm probably going to go eat. Tell you what, guys. Matter of fact, that's what I am going to do. Alright, guys, so I'm going to jump off for a few. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. I'll be coming back online here later. Again, I do want to say thanks to everybody that showed up and hung out with us. It was a good time, great chat. Got to hear things from another different side of perspective. I hope we answered a lot of questions. Again, we'll be live later this afternoon and tonight. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat, and at that point, I will be back taking care of business, trying to get some things done. So, at that point, I'll see you guys then. Take care. Bryce says, be hard, play good. Typical Friday night. Yeah. King saying, I'll be waiting for you, bro. Congrats on 1K. Hey, I appreciate it. Hayden says, peace. See ya after a while, everyone. Yeah, Clay, we'll be back around, so... Alright, again, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back live here later. So let me go see what's going on, make sure my house hasn't burnt down. and I will be catching you guys here later on. Thanks again.